Hi, everyone. There were a couple questions yesterday with some of the problems that had to do with the money and the unit rates. So I'm on page 15, and that's where you should be as well. That's the first step in your agenda. And so let's take a look at a couple of those. Let's look at number 18 first. So on page 15, number 18, it had asked you, if it was $1.12 for 8.2 ounces of something, you needed to find that unit rate. So how much it was going to be just for 1 ounce. So you are using a calculator with these type of problems. And if you take the problem, set that up as that fraction and divide it out. So for example, $1.12 divided by 8.2, which is shown on the screen. I had started to give you the decimal that appears on your calculator. So I'm going to bring the calculator up. And so for number 18, that's the decimal that comes out when you calculate it. Now, you're talking money, so you can't say it's 0.136585366 cents, okay? And that's what you're looking at is the cents, the change. And so when you think about dollars and cents, your change needs to be in the hundredths spot. So, one place past the decimal is the tenths. 2 places past the decimal is the hundredths. The 3rd place past the decimal is the thousandths. So what you're looking at is that 6 in that thousandth spot. That 6, since it is above 5, you are rounding your hundredths number up. So that 6 is going to round that 3 up to a 4. So it is 14 cents per ounce. And that's how the answer was arrived at number 18. So then the other problem right below that, number 20, you had to do the same thing. So it was asking you to compare the packs of water. So when you take and divide the 6-pack, so remember we talked about in the lesson that your money is going to go in the numerator and divide that by the quantity. So if you want to check in your calculator with me again right now, if you do $3.79 divided by 6, okay, I started to write the decimal out, so 0.6316, and I'm going to bring the calculator back up. And so dividing that 6-pack of water out for $3.79, you're not going to say, well, it's 0.6316666667 cents. That doesn't make sense, right? Because you're talking dollars and cents, you're talking change when you see this decimal like this. And so now rounding, if you have to round, we look in that thousandth spot. So 3 places in, we see a 1. That's the thousandths. That 1 is not going to round anything. So that means you just take the first 2 digits in the hundredths. It's 63 cents just for 1 bottle out of that 6-pack of water. And the same when you divide it out, the 12-pack. So if you do $6.89 divided by 12, and you start to see that decimal come out, and here it is again. Okay, so 0.574, those are really the 3 digits you look at to help round and figure out your change. That 4 is in the thousandths. That 4 is not going to round that 7 up, only numbers 5 and above. So that means it's 57 cents for 1 bottle out of that 12-pack. Okay. And so now, when you, again, divided those out and you found your answer for number 20, that unit rate, the cheapest, the better deal out of those 3 is going to be that 9-pack, which came out at 50 cents per one. So I just wanted to clarify that. There was definitely some confusion. I had a few questions in my crew yesterday. So I wanted to make sure if there was any questions yesterday in other crews with the confusion on the money problems and the rounding and how you finished that answer. I wanted to clarify that.